Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, My So-Called Healthy Life. You're probably wondering why, Monday, I posted a video saying that I'm going to start making these motivational, inspirational videos every day, but I haven't posted a video at all this week. And so let me explain it a little bit to you. I did not want to get up here and I'm pulling up my pajama pants. I did not want to get up here on this video, on this channel, on these videos, and be very scripted and very well, two things you should. I wanted it to be like having been in my office for 20 years, if that makes sense. And when I work with people I'm very conversational. I'm very much a storyteller. If you know me, if you've worked with me, you know that's kind of my gig. That's what I do. And so I wanted to do the same thing on this channel. And so I was all week long, I would write down ideas, and very quickly what it felt like was a seminar that I was giving. And I was getting kind of nervous about doing this channel, which is so funny because today's video is about 2 tricks to overcome to gain confidence. And I don't know, I just got kind of nervous about it. I thought it's going to come off in a way that I don't want it to be. So I finally, this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to actually do the 2 tricks that I thought about, okay, in my video. And one of them I'm actually going to show you, which is totally corny, but you're just going to go with it, right? So I have learned 2 tricks for building confidence. And this can be going on a job interview, asking somebody out for a date. I've used these in any situation, okay? Making a video for YouTube, going to a party. I have huge social anxiety. And people ask all the time, they're like, well, why can you get on camera? It's so easy to me because I don't see the people on the other side. So it's just me and a camera and pee-pee most of the time, right? And so it's really not that difficult to me. And I have to kind of just before I post it, just go, okay, it's posted, and not think much more about it, right? And that's kind of easy for me because the whole concept of letting go, I don't really struggle a whole lot with today. So for me to make a video and then post it is real easy, right? But there have been so many situations in my life where I have felt no confidence. And for a very long time, I would walk in a room with my head down. I still catch myself doing it sometimes today, where it's not that I'm not proud of myself, but it's just that I'm fearful when I walk into situations and I lack confidence. And I think there's a difference between false confidence and, real confidence. And real confidence, you can kind of just meet people that they have it. They literally, my father is this way, literally are unafraid and feel very sure of themselves in all situations. I wish that were my truth. It's not, okay? My truth is that I question every situation. Who's going to be there and what's going to happen and what if this and what if they think that and what if this shirt looks stupid and what if I look too fat and what if they don't like me and what if I say something that offends somebody and what if this and what if that, and then I won't do it. I just won't do it. It's for so many years what it came down to, and what happened was missed opportunities. I am no longer willing to miss an opportunity, look at my face getting red. I am no longer willing to miss an opportunity out of fear. Repeat after me. I am no longer willing to miss an opportunity in life out of fear, okay? We're not doing that anymore. So here's 2 tricks that have worked for me. Number 1, the day that I took my mother off life support and I was in the bedroom with her or in the hospital room with her and I looked down after she passed away, something became very apparent to me, okay? In reality, we are born alone and we die alone. I've heard that a million times in my life, but yes, I realized it in that moment how true it very was. And what I realized was that in between, that dash that I talked about in one of my vlogs last week, which the dash is the year you're born, or the date you're born to the date you die. That dash is yours, okay? What are you gonna do with that dash? Does that make sense? What are you gonna do with that life that you put in between your birth date and your death date? That's up to you. What do you want your life to speak of, okay? In any situation that you go into, that you are afraid, that you are fearful, that you're lacking confidence, I want you to ask yourself one question. When I'm laying on my deathbed and I am literally minutes away from dying, if I look back on this situation, asking somebody out, going to a job interview, going to a party, will it be inconsequential to me? Will it have no matter in the greater part of my life? Or will I wonder yes, that one thing ruled me, okay? So as far as asking somebody out, which I've used this for asking somebody out before, okay? When I'm so afraid to go up to somebody and say, I find you attractive, can I give you my number? Maybe we can go out and do something sometime. When I'm so afraid, I have to think of myself on my deathbed and go, in my last 5 minutes, am I gonna look back on this and be happy that I took that chance, or be oh no, that one thing was so worth not doing, okay? And I'm so happy that I lived in fear and didn't go do it. For me, 95% of the time, I'm gonna be happy that I took the risk, okay? You have to take those risks in life. My mother and I were able to have that last conversation before she went into a coma, where you get to ask your friend or family member or whatever, all those questions you always wanted to know. And I asked my mom, I said, what's your biggest regret? And she said, she goes, I don't really have regrets in the way that you would think. She goes, my biggest regrets are really those things I didn't live and didn't try, not the things I did and failed at. And she said, when you look back on your life, it's the things you never did that you regret, not the things you did. And I think that's really true, It's the missed opportunities for me that I really regret in life. Okay, now that's the number one thing. Ask yourself, visualize yourself on your deathbed in the last 5 minutes of your life. How important will this situation be to you on that moment, okay? The reality is it won't be, which is why it'll boost your confidence, because you're like, I can go do this, because I'm not going to really care. It doesn't really matter. It won't matter 2 days from now, a week from now, 3 months from now. Go do it. Take the risk. It might turn out positive for you, and for me, 95% of the time, it typically does. I throw out all these percentages that are all bullshit, right? But anyway, the second thing is, whenever I had to go do large speaking engagements, which for me was quite a bit of my old job, I went and did huge speaking engagements to thousands of people. And it was fearful for me to go into a room of 10 people. 30 people that I knew was terrifying to me. 1,000 people that I didn't know, I could do like real easy. I didn't really care, right? But those 30 people that I knew really well, to sit there and tell them parts of myself and parts of my life, it terrified me. And I was talking to a friend, and my friend said, pick a role model that you have, somebody that you love in life, right? And that you think is super, super confident. And when you see them at their most confident, do what they do. So y'all are asking, who does Peter Monn pick? Well, this one picks Naomi Campbell. And I walk runway in my bedroom, back and forth and back and forth, and turn and pose and turn and pose and back and forth. And let me tell you what, by the end of it, I am not afraid anymore. I am like, whew. One day before I went on a speaking engagement, I was back behind the stage, and it was at a high school, and they're getting ready to introduce me, and I was like, fuck it. And I just started walking runway back and forth. And you can see, I'm nobody's runway model, baby, nobody's, okay? Even if that was like one of my biggest dreams all my life. I'm sitting there going like this and whatever. And I don't care, And so I was like, and I'm like looking around like, where's there a space that I can go do this? Because I can kind of get myself worked up, right? It's like listening to happy music for me. When I listen to happy music to me, I'm unafraid. I feel good about myself. I'm like, life's on point. So I start pacing back and forth, and then and I'm not a pacer, and then I'm like, fuck it. And I just start full out walking runway, right? And this guy looks at me, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally fine. And like they announced me, they're like, and Peter Monn, blah, blah, blah. And I just like walked right out on stage from this fashion walk, right? And when I walked out there and I was like swishy and all that kind of stuff, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. It was one of the best speeches I ever gave. It was fantastic. And I was so full of myself, and not full of myself like arrogant, but so like just feeling my oats. You know what I mean? Like feeling so good about myself. And at that moment, I didn't care what anybody said. I didn't care. And life is so short, all right? I don't want to miss any more opportunities out of fear of what somebody will think or how will I look or any of that kind of stuff. So those are the two things I want you to do, okay? I want you to think about your life on the last 5 minutes of your deathbed when you're laying there. What will this situation mean to me then? And find a role model or somebody that you think is super confident, and in that moment, before you have to go do that thing that you're fearful of doing, do exactly what it is in their life that makes you think they're confident. So if it's a smile, if it's a laugh, if it's, I'm Peter and I'm back, or whatever it is, as if. I want you guys to do that, okay? And try those two tricks and see if they don't help you a little bit, all right? I love you guys. Listen in the comment section below if there are other subjects that you'd like me to talk about. I'm going to try to just start doing these on a daily basis. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.